Yes lads, what's going on? Welcome back to another video on the Golf R. Now I'll just talk you through sort of how I figured out it was this. So if you have a noise when turning either way in your car, that will tell you which side it is. With a bearing noise, it's going to be rotational, so the noise is going to increase the faster you go. And yeah, you're just looking for rumbling really. Mine only started about 4 days ago, and it's gradually got worse, so you will notice it get worse. If you don't know what it is, the noise, then leave it for a couple of days and then it should get worse. If it gets worse, it's easy to pinpoint. But yeah, so mine's a bearing, so we're doing a bearing today, and golfs in general are very common for having shit bearings on them. So yeah, we'll get everything set up now with the jacks, and then I'll show you what part we've got to fit, obviously what we've got to take off. I'll show you how to do it, and it should go quite smoothly. Right guys, so car's jacked up and the wheels off. So what we need to do, this is a bit hot because it's been driving it, but what we need to do is undo your carrier. So don't take your caliper off and then your carrier, you might as well take it all off at once. So there's a sweaty one there and a sweaty one at the bottom there, so you're going to take that off, and then we're going to take the brake disc off, which is a T30, and then we're going to take this hub bolt out, which holds your drive shaft in, and then we might need to, we'll see what it's like with all that off, and then I'll let you know if we need to go any further. Right guys, so as you can see, caliper and carrier off as one, brake disc is off, which actually burnt my hands, but oh well. And then yeah, I'm going to take this hub bolt out, which is a 24 12-sided socket. So we'll take that out, and as you can see where your 3 bolts are for the wheel bearing, or the wheel bearing kit that comes as a hub. So we'll go through the back, but yeah, I'm going to need my drive shaft out. So what we'll do is we'll take this off, and then we'll knock the drive shaft out. Probably undo the bottom arm as well, to bring it forward, and then we'll be able to get the wheel bearing out. So I've cable tied the caliper away onto the spring, just so it's not hanging everywhere. Now we can have a better look. So I'm going to undo the track rod end. It's a 21mm bolt or nut at the bottom. I can't take the bottom arm off because it's actually being blocked by the drive shaft. So what I can actually do is undo these 3 nuts here, because they're on captive bolts, and we can push the bottom arm down that way. And then I was going to smack that, but I don't want to wreck the threads inside, so I might lightly tap it to see if it moves whilst pulling the hub out, to try and make that drive shaft pop out. Once that drive shaft's out, it's a pretty straightforward job. So I've gone to undo the 21mm with my big gun, and what's happening is it's near the end of the thread and it's actually spinning the ball joint in here. So what these actually have is an Allen key fitting, so it's a 6mm Allen key. So what I'm going to do is, instead of turning the nut, I'm going to turn the Allen key with the gun and hold the 21mm spanner up here. So if yours is spinning and you're following this, to know how to take your track rod end off, that is how you're going to have to do it if it starts spinning. So we have the track rod end off. I've undone the 3 16s down here. Don't know why they're not 15s. 16's pretty awkward because I didn't have a deep, so I had to mess about with a shallow socket. What we're going to do is we're going to get a bar in here now. Hopefully bar that off, and then we'll be able to pull the hub our way. So lads, that bottom has come out now, it's just resting on there. I've actually gently smacked that with a hammer, and surprisingly it came out very easy. Now what we're going to do is going to undo the 18 drop link at the top there, because that's the easiest one to get to, and then this should pull forward for us to get our drive shaft out. Again guys, if this spins, you could do the exact same thing, but this time it is a 6mm 12-sided, so them sockets there, it's 12-sided. So yeah, we'll get my battery ratchet on one end, and we'll get a 18mm spanner on the other. Right lads, so this is where I'm up to. So yeah, drop link out, smack that through gently, don't wreck the threads, especially in there, because I've got a new bolt anyway, so it don't really matter if I wreck the threads on that. We don't want to wreck the threads on the inside. And then all I did was took that out, needed a bit of persuasion with a punch and a hammer straight through there, and it just popped off, so it wasn't even that bad. So now all we're going to do is we're going to turn the hub probably like that, so we can get to the back. We'll be able to get those 3 back bolts out, which are a 10mm 12-sided socket. So if you own a Golf and you want to do work by yourself and you don't own these, get them, because the car's full of it. And there we have it lads. I didn't even have to smack it, it just fell out. Like, that wasn't even that bad. So what my method was, hold this all the way this way, and then I gunned out that bolt there and this bolt here, but with this one I couldn't get on it properly because my gun's so big, so I just did that with a ratchet. Make sure you don't round any of these off, because the 12 point as well, you round off quite easy. It's just safer doing it with a ratchet, to be honest. But that's off now, so what we're going to do now is we're going to wire brush all this, otherwise the new one won't fit in properly, and then we'll go ahead and we'll put it back in. Right guys, so there it is, all cleaned up. Don't go over the top with a wire brush if you're using a drill, because this is only aluminium. You'll eat into it, which will then make your wheel bearing not sit right, and you'll get noise anyway. So here's the new kit, so there's the old one. Absolutely, well, it's not in the best condition, is it? So it makes me think that that's what the issue is. Here's a new one, Euro car parts, £136. It comes with your hub bolt and your 3 new bolts for the back as well. So we'll go ahead now, get this fitted in there, and we'll get it all bolted up. So there we go guys, all 3 at the back. Gunned them up a little bit, and then to finish them off I just used a ratchet and made sure they were tight. Plus that stops you rounding anything off as well, plus you can gauge how tight they actually are as well. So that's back in. I don't think it matters which way you put it in. I think it's asymmetrical all the way around, so it doesn't matter what holes are at which position to put the bolt in, because it marries up every way you can possibly do it. So what I'm going to do now is just put a bit of copper grease on here, just so when I put my disc on and that, it sort of stays fresh and it doesn't corrode onto my disc and my wheel. And then yeah, we'll start building it back up. Put the drive shaft through first, and then we'll probably put the bottom arm in, drop link, and then the shock rod end, and then we'll go for a quick road test, and I'll tell you guys if it's fixed the issue. Right guys, so we're almost built up. Just want to talk you through what I did. So obviously I wound that in a bit while I got the bottom arm on, just so it didn't pop out. I've gunned them up at the bottom, put a bit of copper grease on them because they're a bit rusty. Yeah, so it just helps them go on better. I've tightened that the same way I took it off, use the same procedure, and the bottom one there. Don't oversend these with guns because I have rounded that Allen key bit there, but luckily it was already tight, and hopefully I don't have to take it off again. If I do, it's going to be a bit of a pain. And I've copper grease there as well. So how tight you want them? You want them hand tight with a spanner, preferably as tight as you can go. Same with the sweaty one underneath. This wants to be tight, so I use my big 1/2-inch Milwaukee gun. Literally just held it on there for about 15-20 seconds just to make sure it's tight. And yeah, so we're all built up. I'm just going to put disc on and caliper on now, and then we'll go for a quick road test. Right lads, so I had to change my top because it was absolutely filthy and I wasn't going to get in my car with that filth on me, but I fixed it. So yeah, rotational noise. I wanted to get a video for you guys, but with the car being a loud car, you couldn't really hear it on the video, so I didn't bother putting that into this video, but I fixed it. So if you ever get a rotational noise, you need to look at which side it's on, which isn't hard because you lay it when you drive. And yeah, if it's a wheel bearing, then I'm glad I've helped you. It wasn't even that hard, to be honest. I thought getting the old bearing out was going to be a pain, but when he undid that last bolt on the back, it just literally fell out, so it was an alright job. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. Obviously subscribe to the channel, especially if you got Golf R. A lot of content on here right now to do with my Golf, good and bad with it braking. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for future videos as well, and I'll see you guys next time.